welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another best gaming headset roundup video. I'm gonna be testing out the microphone quality, the sound quality, and overall give my quick review for each headset. Make sure you guys thumbs up the video so it can be pushed out to other people, and if you're new around here, why not click on that subscribe button? So without further ado, let's begin. Kicking things off, we have the brand new Razer BlackShark V3 Pro. Air cushion has this material, which I absolutely love. This is way better than leather. And along with the headband too, it has that same matching material. So this is gonna give you that support for long hours of play. And in terms of adjusting the headset, you have the sliding mechanism, so you can fine tune it exactly the way how you want it, just to add in a little bit more comfort to it. You also have a detachable microphone, so you can use this as regular headphones. Now, when muting, it would have been nice to see an actual indicator light somewhere where you can know if you're muted or not. Of course, you have Bluetooth support too. And I like how the volume knob, you can turn it too accordingly. So I like this little easy fine tunement. Cool about the BlackShark V3 Pro, you can actually replace the side covers and you can get third-party plates, first-party plates. So in this case, I have this cover. Now I switch it out to something that's more unique. Now it would have been cool to see some RGB light in here, but it's understandable if you want to maximize the battery life, that is. And you also have that TNC spatial audio, which come in clutch when you're playing Battlefield 6. And of course, I'm going to be testing these out with glasses. We got to support the 4 eyes out there. I don't wear glasses, but I can rest assured that this is going to be just as comfortable because there's not as much tension going on up here. So that's definitely good. So if you wear glasses, nothing to worry about whatsoever. And if you happen to wear thicker glasses too, like these are a little thicker, no problem whatsoever. And that is just thanks to the air cushion. The gap between the air cushion and your actual ear is not tight to your head. So you're going to have that comfortability basically perfect. I should rock these glasses for the entire video. But other than that, I think this is a rock solid headphones to start off the list. It's offered in black and you have white, which the white is gonna match with the aesthetics of the PlayStation. But in terms of it getting dirty easy, you might wanna take that into consideration of the white color. This is a microphone test of the Razer BlackShark V3 Pro. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan, just how a few can ride the toucan, what kind of goo can stick it to the toucan, glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below, how's the mic quality. And guys, next up on the list, we have the Skullcandy Crusher PLYR 720. And let me tell you guys something. When I test out these headsets, the sound quality, we're gonna talk about the comfort and the design a little bit, but we have to start things off with the sound quality. If you love bass, you want to hear the explosion, the gunshots, you want to be immersed with a lot of bass and that haptic feedback, this is going to be the winner right here. And when I was playing Mortal Kombat 1, I hear all the punches and all the kicks. You hear the rumbling. It feels like you're in the game. You're a part of the game thanks to the haptic feedback. Now you can fine tune the haptic feedback thanks to this knob here on the side, but you're going to love this headset if you're into action games like Uncharted, something where you want to just kick back and relax. But as for competitive play like Call of Duty, you can hear the enemy's footstep here, but it might be a little overwhelmingly, like too much bass can give you a disadvantage. But then again, like I said, it has different EQ settings, different adjustments that you can fine tune. But out of all the headsets on this list, there's going to be better headphones that's going to give you maybe a slight better advantage thanks to less bass. But in terms of just sound quality, this is definitely it. And you have this joystick here. If I press down on it, it adjusts to different EQ presets. So you have music mode, FPS mode. You have a very subtle but noticeable red RGB accent here. I gotta say, the actual comfort is pretty outstanding too as well. I love these air cushions. You know, it's like a memory phone where it's just gonna hug onto your ear without building that sweat. You can see just the drivers lighting up red. I just love the way how these look like too as well. Now you have your mute button here is an actual button, and you can detach the mic if you want to just rock out with these just as regular headphones. In terms of the adjustment, you have this sliding mechanism, so you can slide it accordingly to get the optimal comfort. And if you're idling, you can rest this around your neck, flat down, which is nice. Now in terms of the glasses test, it's perfectly fine. You're not going to experience any discomfort, although I like the Razer BlackShark V3 a little bit better. Now if you have thicker glasses, no problem at all too as well. And yeah, glasses test is pass. I was gaming with these for hours. Like I said, I was mostly playing fighting games. I didn't really play Battlefield or first-person shooters. I tried Call of Duty, but without further ado, let's test out the microphone quality and the sound test so you guys can hear for yourself. This is a microphone test of the Skullcandy Crusher PLYR 720. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan. Just how a few can ride the toucan, toucan. What kind of goo can stick it to the toucan, glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below. How's the mic? And all right, next up on the list, we have the Corsair Void Wireless V2. Now, this is the most budget-friendly option on this list, and I think for what you're getting your money's worth on this one. First and foremost, the comfort. You have large ear cushions, so if you have really large ears, you're gonna love this one. And it actually has an angle, so it might even shape perfectly with your ears. And you have a padding too, very comfortable padding on the headband there too. I think really I should have never went with white with these because I feel like this gray is going to get dirty really easy if you're not taking care of these, of course. So you might want to go with the black color. But comfort wise, you have yet again a sliding mechanism, which I think let's just keep this in 2025. Let's keep that sliding mechanism. It's so much better than just the classic step system. Of course, you have your microphone. It has a flip up to mute, so it's going to be muted. If you flip it up, you flip it down to unmuted. And of course, you can bend it accordingly too as well. And overall for idle, you can rest this around your neck, which is nice. And if I actually turn this on, you actually have RGBs going on. So that RGB on the side just adds just a little element to it, a little class to it. It's not like bow in your face too much, but that little subtle RGB makes a difference. I gotta say, playing a quick game of Battlefield, just a quick domination match, I gotta say my friends can hear me perfectly fine. I can hear the enemy's footsteps. And yeah, this is just an overall rock solid headphones. I would say maybe the durability is not the greatest out of all the headset on this list, but I think I gotta say it's gonna be strong enough. And for the value and the balance for the price and the performance on what you're getting, this is definitely something that I highly recommend. And in terms of the volume, you have a spring jigamy thingy where it's not actually like a rocker. It's like something that you could just put in glasses on these. Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. It don't have that tight feeling. So it's just resting on your ears. So yeah, wearing glasses, perfect, perfect. But if you have thicker glasses now, okay, yeah, it's no problem. So wearing glasses with the Void Wireless V2, it's gonna be perfectly fine. This is not a wrong choice at all. Now, this is a microphone test of the Corsair Void Wireless V2. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan, just how a few can ride the toucan, toucan. What kind of goo can stick it to the toucan, glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below. How's the microphone quality? Now, next up on the list, we have the PlayStation Pulse Elite headset. Now, I featured this on my last gaming headset video, but this is a brand new color and PlayStation did send this out to me. So I just wanted to show a little love, shed some light to PlayStation. But what is new, it actually comes with a traveling case, which is huge. It is kind of big. That's what she said. You have a compartment and it's actually a pretty hard shell case. In terms of the aesthetics, this is going to match perfectly with the PS5, and you're going to have some integrated settings to configure right on the PlayStation 5 itself. Now, when I actually use this to chat with my friends, they don't hear nothing in the background. If somebody's talking to me, they're not going to hear them. They're only going to hear me. So if you're eating or if you're coughing even, it's not going to pick it up on the mic at all. It's just going to remove those unwanted, unnecessary sounds. But for me, part of a party chat and what makes it so funny is actually hearing people cough or hearing people fart even, or eating food. I think that's what makes chats kind of fun. But hey, if you're a serious gamer, you just want to play the game and you want to block out anything like that, this is probably going to be the best on the list. I'm not a fan of leather air cushions. I think throughout time you're gonna build sweat and it's gonna probably feel a little fatigueness where you're gonna have to, take breaks. And even with the headband too, a lot of people don't like this kind of headband adjustment. It's not my cup of tea, but I don't mind it. It's still pretty comfortable for my small ears, that is. But in terms of the glasses test now, if I put on glasses, it's actually gonna rest on top of the air cushion. Well, from my ears, which is right here, well, it's going to start here and the glasses just resting, I feel like it could build some tension, but we're still going to test out the sound quality and the microphone test. Now, unfortunately, these are not going to lay down flat around your neck, so you may as well just take off the headset completely. And another thing, the black color is going to get dirty very quickly. You're going to see the smudges, the scrapes, the dinks. This is a microphone test of the PlayStation Pulse Elite headset. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan, just how a few can ride the toucan. What kind of goo can stick it to the toucan, glue can? Let me know down in the comments down below. How's the microphone quality? Now, next up on the list, we have the Audeze Maxwell Wireless. This is another headset that I featured on a previous gaming headset video, but Audeze actually reached out to me and sent these out. Yet again, just showing appreciation here. And like I said, this video is not sponsored at all. And just like on my last video, I love how premium these look. And if you're an audiophile, I think you're gonna love these headsets. So you have studio-like drivers here, so you're gonna hear more than the enemy's footsteps. You're gonna hear them breathe. Nah, I'm just kidding. You might even hear them breathe actually. Just after doing my testing, even from last year and flipping back and forth, the battery life, it's hard to kill these things for real. And the leather ear cuffs, I think throughout time it might build up sweat and you may have to take breaks, but I love the fact how they can lay down flat. It is a little on the heavier side compared to the other headsets here, but like I said, this is just quality here. And putting the glasses on, doing the glasses test yet again here, no problem wearing glasses at all. It's not as much tension going on because you have looseness going on the side. Now, if I throw in a slightly bigger glasses, it's perfectly fine too as well. And it also does a good job blocking out the noise, even though these doesn't even have noise canceling. It does a really good job actually. This is the Maxwell microphone test. Tell me who can catch a toucan, Lucan, just how a few can ride the toucan. What kind of goo can stick it to the toucan, glue can? Let me know down in the comments down below. How's the microphone quality? All right, so a few days later of testing out 5 more gaming headsets, please excuse the hair, I'm gonna get my hair done in a little bit. I tested out the Sony INZONE H9 II, and I gotta say, this is a major improvement compared to its predecessor. I love the weight on these, it's super light, and even the headband too, it has been redesigned. So you have this adjustment here, so you have this sliding mechanism, so you can fine tune exactly the way how you want your headset to be while keeping that comfort. And I love the air cushions. So the air cushions have this nice little meshy material in a sense, and it's memory foam. You can detach the mic, so you can use this as regular headphones. You have your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, type C for charging. You also have your noise canceling in ambient mode. And on the other side, you have your game volume / chat mixer. And you have a mute toggle on the top with ridges, so you'll know exactly what button is that mute button, especially if you have your headset on, you know how to mute it. It's right there on the top. You can't miss it. But I would say this is like the Sony XM6, but just the gaming headset edition. So if you love the Sony headphones, this is gonna basically be up your alley. So amazing noise canceling, spectacular transparency. The sound quality is actually pretty good. You can configure the EQ settings and presets right within the INZONE app. And I gotta say, playing the Battlefield 6 beta, a repeat to the beta, I missed that game already. I gotta say, I had a great time. My friends can hear me loud and clear. I can hear the enemy's footsteps. And just for gaming for hours, I gotta say, just that comfortability on this, the lightweight and just the soft air cushions, it makes a world of difference. You have an insanely long battery life. You can charge these up while you're using them. That's very important to note. So glasses, they're gonna fit, but you may have to do some adjustments a little bit, but it's gonna fit perfectly fine. All right, so yeah, they fit pretty good. It's not the best on this list, but it's not bad. It's great. I would say it's great. It's not excellent, but it's great. But let's test out the sound quality and the microphone quality. This is a microphone test of the Sony INZONE H9 II. Tell me who can catch a toucan, a lucan, just how a few can, ride the toucan, what kind of goo can, stick it to the toucan, a glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below, how's the microphone quality. Now, alternatively, Sony also released the INZONE E9 earbuds. Now, I know not everybody's a fan of earbuds and all, but sometimes you need something that's lightweight, compact. Of course, these are silicone ear tips with an air hook on the side. Now, you have customizable ear tips. So you have memory foam, silicone, and then the other end, you just plug it into your controller. But I would say the sound quality is pretty good. I would say the price is a little high for what you're getting. Now, to go along with that portability, you do have a case. So it has a little magnets in there, and it has an adapter where you could configure some of the settings using the INZONE app on PC. And I gotta say, these little earbuds sound pretty good. Decently well, but unfortunately there's no microphones here. But I kind of see the market for these. You know, instead of traveling with a big headset, you have some little earbuds, you plug it into your controller, and now you can hear the enemy's footstep anywhere. So this is perfect for tournaments. This is perfect for if you're playing competitively on the go. So on the go-ness is pretty good. No need to pair it up to Bluetooth or anything like that. You plug in, you play, and you're good to go. It would have been nice if these were wireless, and then it has mics too, and a charging case and everything, but I could kind of see the convenience of this. Nothing beats plug in and play, but it's not for everybody, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, and there's no audio test too. I can't even test out the audio on these at all, so but take my word for it, the audio sounds pretty good. And here's how the INZONE earbuds case look like. It's pretty good. So this can easily fit in your pocket. You guys already know glasses is gonna work perfectly fine. So yeah, you know, literally it's just like this is probably the best on the list technically in terms of comfortability, because it's like there's no difference. And next up on the list, this is the Corsair Virtuoso MAX. Without a doubt, I think this is probably the most premium headset on this list. This and the Audeze. I think this from Corsair, they really did outdone themselves. First and foremost, comfortability. You guys already know there's no leather air cushions here, which I like. You have a little memory foam going on. That's going to help with the comfortability. Putting them on, you have your classic step system, which I rather a sliding mechanism, but this is fine too. You know, it gets the job done. Aesthetically, it has RGB lighting, which I am a fan of. So you have nice bright light. And then taking a look at the controls itself, you have a power switch. It actually has a mute button on the actual boom mic here. But if I disconnect it, which I can, it's a Type C. So it's a Type C boom mic, which is interesting. And then the actual boom mic itself, you can adjust it more to you. You can adjust it away from you, which is nice. You can wrap them around your neck easily so they can swivel. On the other side, you have your Type-C for charging, and as well as your playback controls here too. Now, one thing I appreciate, to control the volume, you have this nice dial here, which is really nice. So you have dials on both sides actually. On the other side, you have your mix between the game volume and the chat audio. And as you can see, when you're muting, it has this RGB here. So you have an RGB light to let you know if you're muted or not. Now, glasses could be a little finicky because it is a little bit more tighter on your head. So the reason why Corsair made the headset a little bit more tight, it's still comfortable. It's just to kind of close off the background noise and everything. But that means putting on your glasses, you may have to put the glasses on first and then put the headset on. But you could still put the glasses on, but it might be a little tight for some people. But let's actually test out a bigger glasses here because I'm very curious now. So the bigger glasses, yeah, it's gonna fit. It's gonna fit. Is it the most comfortable? You're gonna kind of feel the glasses a little bit more, like tension right here on the side. But I would say it's pretty good. I don't think it's bad. It's not bad, but there's better headsets out there for glasses. Let's test out the sound quality and test out the microphone quality to see how they compete. Look at the RGB right now. The RGB is just looking fantastic. Subtle, but definitely noticeable. This is a microphone test of the Virtuoso MAX. Tell me who can catch a toucan, a lucan, just how a few can. Ride the toucan, what kind of goo can, stick it to the toucan, glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below, how's the microphone quality. And next up on the list, we have the VZR Model 1 Mark II. And first and foremost, I gotta say, if you're a big audiophile, this is gonna be the best on the list. Now, they are wired. That might be a deal breaker to you, but if you're serious about your sound, this one here is very strict. I mean, every little detail, not too much bass, great amount of treble. The sound quality is A1 on this. And yet again, this doesn't scream, hey, look, I'm a gaming headset. It doesn't. You can detach the mic and use this as regular headphones. And as you can see, the air cushion, nice and comfortable, really huge too, I would say, like a lot of padding. This is basically like a pillow. Essentially, it's like a pillow, air cuffs or air cushions. The headband, nice and comfortable too. No problem with long gaming sessions. Controls are very minimal. Everything is within the actual cable. But on the actual headset, there's no physical buttons or anything. You just have the two jacks to plug in the headset. That's the only way you can be able to use these. But the glasses test, let's quickly test out the glasses. Perfect. Literally perfect. Testing out glasses is no problem here. You don't have that much tension going on here where it's like too tight. So glasses just gonna slide right in. And let's test out the regular one. The regular one is gonna be no problem too as well. So yeah, you barely can feel that you have glasses on. I think it is time for me to test out the microphone quality and the audio quality on these. Tell me who can catch a toucan, a lucan, just how a few can ride the toucan. What kind of goo can stick it to the toucan, glue can. This is a microphone test on the VZR Model 1 Mark II. Let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think. And finally, next up on the list, we have the Fractal Design gaming headset. Now, I think I saved the best for last because, well, this is probably one of the most minimalistic gaming headset on this list. First and foremost, take a look at the air cushions. Yet again, just like all the other headsets here, this one here has a little bit more memory foam, as you guys can see. I'm pressing it and then it just kind of comes back into place. Headband here, we have a super soft headband there. Super minimalistic, just like any other Fractal accessories and PC case. Take a look at the controls. You have a volume knob. It also has an EQ preset. And also my favorite, when you put the headset on, you can slide to adjust it accordingly. So solid design, solid build. But the best thing about this, you actually have RGB lighting. So right underneath it, you have nice RGB lighting. Very subtle, but it's enough where you can see it. Now you can detach the mic and use this as regular headphones if you like. I think the best part about these headsets overall, it has to be the stand. This supports wireless charging, so you just put it on the base, it wirelessly charges, and conveniently on the bottom you can store the dongle if you want to take this out on the go. So if you have a minimalistic desk setup, I think this is going to be perfect with that setup. All these headsets on this list just been fire, just back-to-back fire. But this one here, I think this one just kind of takes the crown. Of course, we got to test out the glasses test. It's going to work perfectly fine. Although it's not too tight around your head where you can't slide in and out the glasses. Could be cumbersome for some. It's going to fit a little bit more snug compared to some of the other ones. And even so, it has also the flip up to mute and down to unmute it, which is pretty cool. So that's you can't beat that. It's better than a button. It is going to be a fingerprint magnet, as you guys can see. So you are going to need to wipe it down occasionally. But other than that, yeah, the Fractal design, pretty good, A1. But let's test out the audio quality and the microphone quality. This is a microphone test of the Fractal Design Scape. Tell me who can catch a toucan, a lucan, just how a few can ride the toucan. What kind of goo can stick it to the toucan, glue can. Let me know down in the comments down below. How's the microphone quality? Yay, nay, dope, nope. Let me know down in the comments down below. So there you guys have it. That is all 10 best gaming headsets, newly released too as well. Hope you guys found this one helpful. If it did, I'd appreciate it with a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends. It took me a while to make this one. And make sure you guys click on that beautiful subscribe button with notifications on for more videos like this one. And follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at Simplypops. Almost called it X, but you guys get what I'm saying. And until next time, I hope you all have a simple day.